Okay, it is Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. And today my guest is going to be a gentleman named Bill Mintz. We're going to talk to him about cruising and sailing. So let's go ahead and give Bill a call. Hi,
Hi,
Bill.
Bill.
Bill?
Bill?
Hi, there you go.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I think something just happened to the microphone, maybe.
No problem. Where are you?
Oh, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where are you located?
Right now we're in Mosquito Cove on the north coast of Jamaica.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, maybe.
How did COVID treat you?
Well, it was good until about a week ago, and I think we may have contracted it.
Oh, no. Well, how's the medical attention down there?
Haven't been receiving any. We've just been hunkering down on the boat.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope the best for you. Are you running a fever or anything?
Well, we were. We can't taste or smell anything. Neither one of us is really sick. We feel a little, blah. But, we're not really suffering right now.
Okay. And who is it? Just you and your wife?
Well, my partner, yeah.
Your partner? Okay. And how long have you been traveling for?
We've been sailing for 5 years. We bought our first boat in November of...
Is that what year was that, man? So we bought Rizzo.
It was 15.
What year did we buy Rizzo?
14. It had to be 14, yeah, 2014. So we bought a boat in Puerto Rico in this time of year in 2014. And we lived on it all that season. And, until the springtime, we got ourselves down to Trinidad. And we left it in a boatyard in Trinidad. And then we sailed up and down the island chain the following year. So that would have been the season of 15, right? Of 15 and 16, right? And then we left it in Trinidad again. And then 16 and 17, we went back up the island chain. And then we crossed the Caribbean. We went to Los Roques, which is an island chain of Venezuela, which was stunning. Then we went to Bonaire. We went scuba diving for over a month. Then we went to Curacao. And then we crossed went over to the Cayman Islands. And we went around Jamaica, but we never set foot on it. Then we went on to Belize and Guatemala, where we left the boat again for the summer. We went back 2015, we got the boat, Rizzo. Then we sailed to Belize and Honduras, Roatan, the following year. And then this year, we picked the boat back up, and this year we bought a different boat. We switched boats, and we went from Belize. We went from Guatemala into Belize in Mexico, the Caymans, and then Jamaica. And then we were here in early March when all the borders started closing, so we got stuck.
Oh, man.
So, we had planned to continue eastward, which is hard, to the Eastern Caribbean. We'd hoped to get back to Bequia. And there was nowhere we could go. We couldn't really leave. So we stayed in Jamaica for the hurricane season, which has been challenging. We made the decision as the hurricane season was approaching at the beginning of June. We were in the company of 4 other cruising sailboats in Bloody Bay and Negril. But as the season progressed, 3 of the boats went to Panama or Guatemala. 1 boat decided to stay in Jamaica, and we did too. So, we contacted our insurers, and we got a special rider, and we made a hurricane plan. And right now, even though the hurricane season, the insurance portion of the hurricane season has officially ended, we've enacted our hurricane plan, and we're dodging a hurricane right now. We went to this protected area, a hurricane hole, called Mosquito Cove. It's about a 5-hour trip from our normal anchorage area, and we're waiting out this Hurricane Eta as it passes.
Okay. Okay, say it is passing by, and it's not your first hurricane, right?
It's not. Laura came by. I mean, we've never been in one. They've made passes, but we've never, thank God we've never been in one. We've had a couple of ugly nights at anchor, but that's been the worst of it.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's an adventure. Having a hurricane or big tropical storm hit you, that's part of the territory, right?
Weather forecasting these days is good enough that you can usually get out of the way. And, we have sought shelter. We have a 3-step plan for hurricane protection. Step 1 is here in this mosquito cove. Step 2 is in mosquito cove, but tied up into the mangroves. And then step 3, if we have time, there's Port Antonio, which has a haul-out facility, but it's 20 hours away.
Yeah. Okay, but you're pretty seasoned. When you first started cruising on your boat, was that your first experience down in the Caribbean, or did you have a career as like a merchant mariner previously?
No, I didn't. My ex-wife and I did take our 3 children out of school and went sailing for 2 years in '07, '08, and '09.
Okay.
So I've been up and down the Caribbean once before. So this is my 7th season in the Caribbean. I've been a sailor for many, many, many years, mostly in Lake Michigan. I'm from Chicago.
Chicago, okay. So you probably got out there on the Great Lakes, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And I am a licensed captain, and in the last 10 years, I've been earning my living as a charter captain in the summer times, and in the winter, we've been, off sailing.
As a charter captain?
Right. Before that, I was a carpenter. I had a little construction company.
See, being a boat carpenter, that's completely different than a house carpenter, right?
It is completely different. But, having the mechanical skills, having the skills of a tradesperson, are probably the most valuable skills that one can have. The sailing experience is nice, and it's certainly what gets people into the experience in the first place. But the reality is that I spend much more time fixing, working, repairing, maintaining the boat than I do sailing it.
Yeah. A lot of people, they don't realize the time commitment that's put into it. Okay, well, what kind of boat is it? I didn't ask.
My previous boat was a Cal 39, and it's for sale in Guatemala. You want to buy a boat?
Yeah, Cals are beautiful. I like them.
Good. You want to buy it?
Well, I've got a catamaran right now, so I've converted to a multi-hull sailor.
What catamaran are you sailing?
Kurt Hughes.
A what?
It's a Kurt Hughes. It's think of it as like a big NACRA.
Okay. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So a little high performance thing.
Very. It's made of a wood composite. It doesn't have a poured keel. It uses dagger boards and only draws 18 inches of water.
Oh my! Sounds like it'll float on wet mud.
Yeah, it pretty much does. It's a good coastal cruiser, but it's really lightweight construction, and you don't want it to get a big offshore storm.
So we were looking at catamarans when we were been considering them with the Cal. And it seemed like what we wanted to get was going to be a little bit out of our price range, and so we bought this boat. We got a great opportunity. It's an Island Package 44.
Okay, what year?
1992.
Okay, so it's a lot newer then. What kind of condition was it in when you got it?
Spectacular. Varnished is all bright work. The bright work is all done up. The outboard engine is 3 years old. The pristine and clean, and really very, very, very nice.
Yeah. What kind of engine?
It's a Yanmar 4JH2TE, which is a 2 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder.
Nice.
This boat also has a built-in diesel generator.
Okay.
Solar panels, wind generator. Nice chart plotter with a repeater down below, built in, below deck autopilot, dinghy davits, nice anchorman setup. She's well equipped.
Okay.
Life raft, EPIRB.
What was the most important thing when picking a boat?
Well, originally, one that we could afford. We looked, we were looking primarily in a price range, and neither one of us had, much money at the moment, and we wanted to get out on the water, and we probably put 3 or 4 times the original purchase price into the boat and deferred maintenance and repairs, and now she's really quite a lovely boat, and she's up for sale. This boat was significantly more expensive. And what is the primary criteria? It's a balance of accommodation, features, safety. I would say those are the big ones.
So safety's at the top.
Safety's very, very high. I've been through a lot of awful weather, and my experience is that you come out of it. And so the boats can, almost all the boats can handle more than the sailors can. So the safety really comes from me. It comes from our handling the boat. I don't think any boat's going to break up. As long as you stay up on your maintenance, it's going to stay together. The mast is going to stay on. The keel's not going to fall off. Both of these boats have encapsulated keels, so there's no risk of them falling off. So, the ultimate safety, I have never really felt. I felt both of our boats were safe. This boat probably gives us a better margin of safety in that it's heavier, gives you a better ride. So over the course of a passage, you're less beat up and able to make better decisions.
Good.
I think that's important.
Good. Okay. So Bill, a lot of my listeners, what they are trying to do is they want to be able to financially save up to afford to do what you're doing. As I've mentioned before, so I'm a financial professional, and instead of focusing on retirement planning, I do more of travel planning for people. And so it helps a lot for them to hear experiences like what you talked about. So the big question people have is, once you get the boat, once you are ready to go, now what do you do to produce an income stream? So you said that you're working as a captain part-time.
Right. So I've been going back to Chicago over the course of the summer, renting an apartment, and working hard all summer, and socking it away. The boat was relatively inexpensive. It was the price of about a couple-year-old Corolla.
Okay.
So the original boat. This boat was more expensive. We had some changes in our financial picture in the interim, but we were perfectly content to continue sailing our previous boat, and we would have continued sailing it had our finances not changed.
Okay.
So it doesn't take a fortune. The answer really is the cost of what you got. People will sail the boat in a style based upon, what resources they have and what they're accustomed to. If you can, adapt to a simple lifestyle on a simple boat, you can do it quite inexpensively. If you must have the bells and whistles and the fancy lifestyle and stay in marinas and so on, it's more expensive.
Right. Big question is, what happens if something breaks? Say you snap the mast or something. That's a huge financial setback, but insurance should pay for that, right?
I think insurance would cover a broken mast.
Okay. You never had that happen, though.
I've never broken a mast.
Nice.
I did enter our previous boat in a 4-day regatta.
Beautiful.
In the Backway Easter Regatta in 2017. And I contacted my insurance agent, and she informed me that they would not cover the mast for racing.
Oh no.
So I was on my own for 4 days.
Oh, okay. But you let her know ahead of time, hey, I'm going to be racing the boat, so that if something happens, you know it's not going to be covered. Okay.
Right. I needed to make sure we were covered if during the course of the race.
Okay. Another question I get too also, you're down in the Caribbean a lot, you're outside of American waters. How do you protect yourself from pirates or intruders while you're in port?
You were asking if I carry firearms.
Well, no, there is you know what, that's a good question too, but there is also, I can't remember the website, it talks about up-to-date pirate attacks, and it's got a map. What's that?
Noon site.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Noon site. It's Jimmy Cornell's site. The best way to avoid piracy is to stay out of areas where it's common, where it's occurring. We've given the coast of Venezuela a wide berth. We've given the coast of Honduras a wide berth. We stay out of areas where there is known incidences of piracy. And that is, that's the best way is to avoid it.
Okay, so you can do that. That makes sense. Now, how do you know what marinas or anchorages are safer? Do you just, is it because you've been to them before, or did somebody recommend one? Like say, hey, go to this marina or this anchorage?
Absolutely. There are a bunch of books. There are a bunch of cruising guides. They're published and printed for all the regions that you're likely to travel. And then there's what we jokingly refer to as the Coconut Telegraph. You know, travelers who've been in the area and they share information. And, there are websites and Facebook groups for Jamaica cruisers or Honduras or Belize or what have you. And if you haunt those, you share information and, eventually you meet up in person with your online friends and, then you get to know an area. We've been in Jamaica for a long time now, and, we kind of have some local knowledge, but we had to get it, the hard way. There's not a lot of information written about Jamaica. It's not a popular cruising destination, which is kind of a pity because it's really quite wonderful. The people here are terrific, and the country's fun and interesting and easy to live and travel and adapt to.
Okay. And what happens if you get sick or ill? Because American health insurance won't cover you, so you've got to get traveler's insurance or something like that, right?
We're not well covered for that, and right now we are, experiencing an illness, and it's a little frightening. Mm-hmm. But almost every nation, other than our own, has some sort of a national healthcare service, and even if you have to pay for it, it's 1/20th of the price that it would be in the United States. Mm-hmm. We'll simply pay for medical care. Worst comes to worst, we repatriate ourselves.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. And another question, Bill, if somebody came to you and said, hey, I want to sell everything I have, sell my house, quit my job, buy a boat, and then go, sailing down to the Caribbean, what is the first thing you would tell them? What's the first bit of advice? Most important thing you learned?
Do it now.
Yeah, why wait, right?
Don't wait. As a charter captain, I can't tell you how many people express to me jealousy of my lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
And the reality is that anyone can do it if they're so motivated, if they truly desire it. And I've met many people say, I wanted to do that, but I got too old, or this happened, or that happened. If you really want to do it, there really isn't that much in your way.
What about your family or friends that think, hey, Bill, you're crazy, you can't do that? How do you fight that pushback?
Well, fortunately, my family and friends know who I am, and
Good.
I don't get that pushback. I was interviewed once by a fellow in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, who had a radio show, and he was going to talk to me for 10 minutes. We ended up having a 45-minute radio show. I can't remember his name, but at one point he asked me, "Did your friends think you were nuts?" I said it with his Missouri twang, and the answer is that my friends know who I am, and my friends and my family, and so they don't. They understand what we're up to.
Good. Okay. They want you to be happy, right?
Exactly, and they know that this is very much a part of who I am.
Good. Good. Well, but I didn't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, those were the main questions I had. It's still a podcast that's in infancy, so I can give you a copy of the recording and let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, if you think there was something that I didn't cover, or if you think maybe we have to go and do another one. But I can definitely give you a copy of it too.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
If you know how to get in touch with me, you can just send it.
Yeah. As long as Facebook is here to stay for a while.
I can't imagine it's going anywhere.
No, definitely not. All right, well, Bill, I hope I hope the COVID doesn't get you. I hope you stay well. I hope your immune system fights it off.
We seem to be doing okay so far.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, I will send you a copy. I appreciate your time tonight and wish you the best on your endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Have a good one, Bill.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so you just heard from Bill right there. It is after you talk to somebody like that, you're like, whoa, this guy's been doing it. He knows what's going on. I can learn a lot from him. So go ahead and send me a message at French Capital Management. Hit me up on Instagram, Twitter. Ask me your questions. Let me know what you want to see. If you're listening to this on YouTube, give me a comment. What question did I not ask? What else did you want to hear? I want to try to keep these under 20 minutes. I want to get all the best info within a short period of time. Anyway, besides that, look out for my next podcast. We're going to talk a little bit about the market. It is the day after Election Day, and we've had some major moves within the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. So tune in. All right, but until then, I'll see you next time. 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 I'll see you next time.